What's up, YouTube? It's your girl DeeDee. Welcome back to the channel. So I'm back with another video for you guys. Now we have another video clip for you guys that I want to talk about, and it's another think piece on why men are done with relationships and modern women. We're gonna hop right into the video clip. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload new content. Share and like the video, you guys. Let's get into it. Here we go.
It turns out that, thanks to Anna pointing this out to me, that there is strong emerging evidence Gen Z is indeed less sexually active, dating less compared to previous generations.
Yes.
What's going on, guys?
So many things.
Okay, I can't wait to hear what you have to say about this. But first, let me set it up and give you the deets. Okay, what's going on? So
can we go past can we go over?
We can if you can, Doc.
Yeah, I go over. Yeah.
So there have now been multiple studies indicating that young men. And I'm talking about the ages when they're like
point by point as you're bringing these things up. Can I address them as you bring them up?
Sure.
So each of these things have layers to them.
They do.
Young
so
men.
I'm going to give you
first. Let's talk about them.
We're going to talk about young men first, and this has to do with their sexual activity.
Yes.
So
you need to find young so we can.
Yes, I am.
Good point.
So let me do it uninterrupted so I can get it out. Okay. So Indiana University, for instance, did a study, and they found in their study of men between the ages of 18 to 24. So we're talking about the time when they like really want to get it on, usually, right?
Yes.
Only one in 3 of them reported no sexual activity in the past year. 1 in 3. So 1/3 of young men in that age group, no sex at all.
Yeah.
And I want to know why.
What's the comparison point? Like what happened 20 years ago?
What was it?
Yeah, 20 years ago, what was the rate?
I don't know the comparison rate.
I promise it was higher 30 years ago.
Oh yeah.
Published in the Archives of Sexual Behavior, the study is the first to include such a comprehensive assessment of diverse sexual behaviors. The information came from U.S. participants ages 14 to 49 during 2009.
14 to 49.
Yeah.
2009?
No, between 2009 and 2018. So this is a long-term study that they did.
So, and by the way, it's worse since COVID.
I wonder if they did this study with women between 18 and 24. What would that number look like? The women who are out here, the modern women who are out here getting it in, they're only getting it in with a small percentage of men. And this also confirms that the majority of these young men from 18 to 24, they're not as sexually active as as they used to be. So it goes back to the women who are having these babies for a whole bunch, having all these babies with these guys. It's a small percentage of guys that they're having these babies with. Let's continue.
So there have been other studies showing that this was even more pronounced after COVID.
What's the mechanism there?
Really, before you go, doctor, can I just say one quick thing?
Please.
I blame feminism. Listen, Tinder just put out a height filter. What I can say about this
Girl,
dating
that is
market
not feminism. Women hating on the short kings is not feminism.
But women believing that they should be empowered enough that they can create their own custom-built men, that they deserve everything, don't need to work for anything, whereas men, they need to build up their income, their body, their physique, their personal development. Apparently, that's the one thing they can't build up, right? This dating market is totally rigged for women, and I think that's why guys aren't getting laid.
She's absolutely right. That is definitely a major part of it, and we always talk about it. The fact of this unrealistic expectations that women have, what they expect from a man is super superficial. All of these things that they talk about when it comes to a man, it's a major part of why the men are choosing to go the route that they go. It's too expensive. It's too superficial. It's too unrealistic. And so, yeah, it would make sense that they're moving a lot differently than they did in the past because the women are a lot different. Let's continue.
Let me quickly clarify the study, okay? Because it wasn't a long-term study. My bad, I misread this. So they did the study in 2009, and then they did the same study in 2018. Yes, so to compare. And this is what they write. So they say, compared to adult participants in the 2009 survey, adults in the 2018 group were significantly more likely to report no penile vaginal intercourse in the prior year, the researchers found. Study participants were also significantly less likely to report engaging in any other sexual behaviors, such as oral sex or, other things.
Anything. Yeah.
All modes of past year partnered sex were reported by fewer in the 2018 cohort. So it is a growing problem.
Oh yeah, and so we know birth rates are plummeting, right? So people are not forming pairs, they're not falling in love, they're not having sexual encounters. There's some data that shows that the apps are leaving a 5 or 10% zone of men that are having lots of sex they're the ones that
Super
are
users.
super users, and they're actually hurting people. I hear a lot from women. Where are the men? Where are all the
There's
men?
a term for
yeah.
that.
There's
They're
no
called
men.
boys.
Well, you have
Literally, yeah.
vilified being a man. You have vilified. I have been around the Gen Z and the millennials for quite some time, and what I saw was men fearful of being seen as toxic or trying to. They just withdrew. And if you, God help you, if you offer a girl a beer,
I'll take the beer.
I would.
I'm a married
I have a friend
woman.
that got kicked out of 2 bars in New York for buying women drink. 2 different bars.
Are you serious?
It's considered predatory.
Wow.
So men are scared shitless.
Okay.
They don't know what to do. Then because they're withdrawing so much, they first of all don't feel worth. They're being told they're not worthwhile. They're particularly young white men are told they're bad, they're evil, they're the source of all problems.
Wow, he said young white men, child. Listen, I told y'all, this is not just a black thing. This is all over the place. We hear from the black community that the black men ain't ish, but then here saying in the white communities, they're getting told the same thing. And so this is where my mind is boggled, because I'm like, okay, y'all wondering why are the men, y'all have no sense of self. You don't see yourself at all. You don't see how you've contributed to the way men are moving. It's ridiculous to me. Let's continue.
And they turn to
I was gonna ask.
and
you.
the gives them unrealistic expectations about everything.
Oh, yeah.
And they sort of take the position like, I'm fine, I'm fine. And for the first time, I did a show called After Dark for a few years over at your mom's house. And I started hearing about, from young men, something I had not heard all these decades talking to young men, the use of prostitutes. They were starting to turn to prostitutes
Wow.
because they had no other option.
I am also curious about the impact of social media and how increasingly people aren't actually meeting with their friends in real life, communicating
all of
face
it.
to face. So when you don't
100%.
have that, there's like a difficulty in communicating when you're trying to, seduce someone into
all
a
of it
relationship.
speaks of no experience, no skill.
Right.
I remember back in the 90s, I used to be, the hookup culture was the big thing. And I kept
Right.
saying, you're not happy doing this, I can tell, because you're always drunk when you do it. And I was advocating dating, where you just sit down, enjoy time with somebody, learn
Right.
who you are, learn who to break bread, whatever. Don't have all these expectations on every time you go out with somebody. That needs to come back again, that people need to hang out in person, in flesh with people
Yes.
a lot, and just enjoy that and develop a skill and start to figure out who you are, what you want, and who other people are. But this vilification of the young male has gone out of control. And they're pissed.
Yeah, I think it's a major problem. I really do. And we talk about it all the time. Once again, this unrealistic, superficial idea of what a man is supposed to be, what he's supposed to provide, and what he's supposed to supply, and how he's supposed to be and show up for a woman has gotten out of hand. So once men decide, we're done with these women, we don't want to deal with them, they are really done. And once again, I think this is something that a lot of women don't understand about men. This is why they're confused about where they're going, because women are used to changing their minds. Women are used to going back and forth. Women are used to saying, I want this and then I want something else, and changing the deal and changing the circumstances. Men don't normally do that. And so women tend to think that men move the way they move. And when they realize they don't, this is why they come. Why aren't the men approaching? Why they don't treat us like they used? Why they don't obsess over us? Why? Y'all told them they was dusty. Y'all told them they don't measure up. Y'all told them they was bottom of the barrel. They need to do this, and you want them to level up. You dismantle them, you dismiss them, you put them down, and then you think they're gonna feel inclined to measure up to you and want to be with you? No. They'll level up, but they're gonna level up and go their own way. And that's exactly what's happening. But this is not a good thing, y'all, because we have to, if birth rates are down and we need people to be making babies so that the population can continue, this is not a good sign. This is really not a good sign. And I think we do need better relationships between women and men. We need to come back to reality. Women need to come back to reality and realize what's important, what is necessary for us to thrive and grow. It's not all about money. It's not all about a lifestyle, but it's about a realistic way of living, that you can have a really good life with a man and you guys build together. If you make 6 figures, he makes 6 figures. If you make 30,000, he make 40,000. Y'all got 70,000. Grow that together, build together, and build your families and live your lives. Remember, you don't have forever. And I think people forget that life is short. You don't have a whole lot of time to be playing games if you really want something substantial in this world. You got to take advantage of what is there and build up on it and grow and be willing to work with the person and stop thinking selfishly and thinking that it's all about you, but there's a bigger picture. But if we don't start to do that, it's going to be a really big problem. And nobody's going to be with anybody. If you don't have a man now, you don't have a husband or a family now, then you're going to end up without any of it. And if that is what you want, cool. But if it's not, you're going to have to start making some changes. So I'm going to leave it here. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below of this particular video. I want to hear your thoughts on this whole situation. Do you think women will ever get it? Do you think things can change? Do you think men will, try to work with these women? What's your thoughts on all of this? Or you think it's just done? Or you think this modern times, they're just doomed? I want to know your thoughts in the comments below. So comment, like, subscribe, hit that bell to be notified when I upload new content. Y'all chime in, keep the conversation going. I want to hear what you have to say, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.